riled up, and now you're going in against one of the biggest teams in South America, one of the favorites, and we are underway for game one of this best of five, and it's immediately True Neutral who get that ball into their opponent's half.
I'm gonna be incredibly curious to see how much control True Neutral will force out of PDHM, because it's gonna be one big and tough fight, and I'm all for it.
Well, they did meet in that semi-final. They did 4-2 for True Neutral. It was PDHM who had an early lead in the series. They dropped a 2-1 lead, end up losing 4-2. Shows that True Neutral have got the kind of pressure, the kind of skill to come back from behind and to not get complacent. PDHM are going to be under a lot of pressure. It's a tall order for them now. But they could find an upset, and if they do, it will be one to remember. Sadness there, just being tested by Raiseball, will get it wide, and first minute of the game doesn't see a goal. It's a bit of a quiet start, very controlled for both teams, trying to figure each other out at the moment.
Well, I can already see some good passing plays coming out from True Neutral, and the bumps are coming out as well now. It's something I'm very excited to see happening in this region, where they are already offensively minded, but now they're bringing in those bumps and demo heavy plays from the North American and Europe regions. And True Neutral is probably the one team that does it the most in this region so far. You see them non-stop being aggressive. Here we go again. Almost a bump going out to just clear the path for their team.
Well, you see Leo there getting the bumps on Shad. AJG is up for that squishy, and he's miscalculated. It's dropped down on the line. And Leo will take the lead for PDHM. True Neutral being caught out, and wow, PDHM have been very defensive. They've been pinned back in their own half for a lot of this. It's against the run of play, but they've done the simple things well. They found the lead. They got their go-ahead goal, and True Neutral, they're the ones being asked the questions.
Leo bumping the last guy of his own team to just make sure it's his goal. He wants that goal for himself. No one else is allowed to have it. And straight from the get-go, it seems that PDHM is on the offense. Can they stick there for a bit longer now? They need to get some offense going, because you can't stay on defense and expect to get counterattacks against True Neutral all the time. It's just not a thing that's going to be viable against a team like True Neutral.
Oh, absolutely. You're going to sit back and be passive. That will invite pressure. It will allow True Neutral more space and time to work on the ball. Raiseball being set up there for the shot. Shad's going to keep this one going. Sadness avoiding the demo or the bump. AJG looking for this double tap, will send it back down onto the line. Drufinho caught in the net, and as you said, you can't sit back against a team like True Neutral, because just like that, it's even Stevens.
This makes this region so interesting. Look at AGG. That is such an insane shot straight from the get-go. It's game one, and he brings out that type of goal. A flip reset, double touch. We'll be going wild over that type of stuff in Europe normally, and then you see it here, and it's just something casual for these type of players to do something like that. They pull it out of their heads non-stop.
That's one thing about this race. Incredibly mechanical, quick, offensive. Well, I'm sure that flip reset double tap won't offend anyone apart from the opponents. Leo now trying to keep this one wide, keeping away from the danger zone. AJG quick into that ball, into possession, sends it over the other way. Shad is there to bounce it off the backboard. No one there to defend it. Raiseball looked to force that one through. It's gone to the backboard again, where AJG is now out on the other side, looking to get it sent. It's a good infield pass. Leo reacting well to nip that one away from his opponent. Sadness now with the clear, but he can't find Leo on the right side. It's a bit too much on that one, a bit too much sauce on the pass. Shad now clears this one through the midfield, challenged by Drufinho. Doesn't want him give him a clean path through, as Sadness again trying to clear it, but right into Shad, who sends it down in front of AJG. Drufinho, accidental flip, and just about recovers, gets in the way, but True Neutral are coming forward, looking to create a bit of pressure, looking to create the problems. Raiseball just ensuring that PDHM could not get out of their defense, out of their half. True Neutral really just keeping it here, dominating a little bit.
You're just seeing a couple of infield passes coming out from True Neutral. It's just a time before PDHM is gonna notice those as well, and is gonna block those out. But still, both sides are a bit scared, it seems, to fully push up, fully commit, to go basically get doing the style that South America is known for, pushing Turbine up into that offense and getting that final shot on. It seems both teams want to relax and patiently wait a bit more this time around.
Yeah, well, Raiseball there on the backboard to get it away. Shand in the midfield will look for Raiseball again. Drop down with power. Not sure how he generated so much force behind that one. Raiseball now again out on the other side. And really, it's dominant from True Neutral, yet they have not found a go-ahead goal. It still remains 1-1, all equal. 20 seconds to go. Sadness trying to get this one away, but again, can't get out of their half. Leo into it, gets it over Shad, and they could catch them out here as AJG isolated back on defense. Sadness looking for Drufino back into the middle. AJG on the line, what a save, and Shad will keep it away, and we may get an overtime here in game one. Drufino, though, trying to find Sadness over on the other side. Keeps it going in the way of AJG. PDHM not having a lot of possession, not dominating the field, but they're looking dangerous on those transitions. We will go into overtime.
This is not what I expected to see from PDHM after their tough series against Era. This is a really different PDHM already, and a double commit coming out from True Neutral that leaves the goal wide open. PDHM take the first game from a double commit.
Well, you know what? True Neutral, they're looking fancier. But they're not being clinical here in game one. They've had all the pressure. They've done nothing with it, nothing to show for it. And PDHM catch them slacking. Poor defending from True Neutral. Overcommitting, and it's something we've seen a couple of times already today in this region. It's all attack, attack, attack. But PDHM doing the opposite today. They were sitting back and then looking for the holes at the back. And they've made it through, and they've taken the game in overtime.
I think this might be the strategy for PDHM. Normally expect everyone to be on offense, just full in your face, but they are happy to sit back this time around. They're allowing True Neutral to come to them to push up third man, which normally True Neutral barely does. And it's just one fault, one overcommit. And it's done. Game one is to PDHM, and all the respect to that, because it's not what I expected to happen at all.
Well, the question is, how long can PDHM keep up this style of play? You know, can you keep defending against True Neutral? When they start hitting their shots, when they start being more clinical, they might start to run away from it. But at the moment, PDHM, these transitions, these counter plays are working out very well for them. But, of course, when you do play like this, you're inviting the pressure. Plenty of shots from True Neutral. They have plenty of domination. Fortunately, nothing much to show for it. But at the moment, the tournament's favourites are game down in this best of five. Maybe getting an early goal here. Saved by Leo. That's an important save early on, as it could set the tone. Had that one gone in for the rest of the game, it was PDHM back down the other side so quickly after that attack from True Neutral. Seeing the speed they get forward when they see an opportunity to break away. Played to the backboard for that vibe check by Sadness, and unfortunately not able to follow it. Trufino, though, will keep the ball in the True Neutral half. Raiseball trying to get it away, reading that bounce off the ceiling so well. Trufino in that corner, having a hard time getting rid of it. Sadness called into actually pinching it on the wall, right into the path of Shan, but Leo is there again. A bit of a midfield battle here, and well, looking for the spaces. Raiseball with a mistake, and Sadness could have got on the end. It was just lurking, lingering around that danger zone. So far, the quiet start to game two.
A bit quiet from True Neutral indeed. They're being shushed by PDHM, who's just non-stop pushing them back onto their defensive half now. Maybe AGG can change that pass into the midfield once again, and there's their goal. Well, no, it isn't. There it is. The post bounced it up in the air for Raiseball, and finally they get their opening goal.
Well, this could absolutely change the game now. It sort of throws PDHM's game plan a little bit out of the window, because you can't sit back and defend when you're a goal down. You've got to go looking for an equaliser. And now it's the first time that we see True Neutral have a lead in this series. Now they get the 1-0 lead. It's pretty early in the game. And it's now going to ask PDHM to push a little higher up, and they did do so, and they ended up being isolated at the back, out of position. They get caught out, and just like that, True Neutral take a very casual 2-goal lead.
The bane of this region, the over-aggression as third man, it plagues them once again. An open net 3 for True Neutral, and it's after game one you might have thought, hey, we can do that, we can leave the goal a bit open. Well, clearly you can't. True Neutral is back on their shooting ways.
True Neutral, 2-goal lead, 3 minutes to go. PDHM are going to need to figure out how to build up the pressure. They've got to find 2 if they want to just equalise. 3 if they want to take a win. All while under the threat of the potential true neutral attacks. Great passing play. Raised ball to Shad. He looked to double it. Couldn't follow it. Didn't have enough juice in the tank. Leo, though, with a drop down to Sadness onto that backboard. Drufinho deciding not to overcommit his third man. We see that maybe for the first time today, where someone doesn't just go all out into the plate. Risk not being taken there, and well, maybe they should have, because True Neutral have found a route back through the other way. Blocked away by Sadness. Shad straight to the backboard for the vibe check, and Leo couldn't get up to it. Drufinho with the pre-jump, and it's been a mistake as Raised ball bangs that one into the upper Benjamin, and it's 3 goals to 0.
3 goals to 0, like you said, and this is the true neutral we expected to see, and PDHM is going for a fake kickoff. A little bit of flair coming out from them, seeing what you can do. I mean, it's 3-0 down against a team like True Neutral. You're gonna have to pull everything out of your big head to do anything right now.
Well, I'm just wondering if PDHM, you know, in game 1, you tend to try and like set your baseline. Like, this is where we're going to build from. And PDHM, perhaps they brought a little bit too much in that game 1. Now, the fatigue from that 5-game series they had in match 1 against Era, they're feeling a little bit tired. And focus, discipline seems to be slipping here as True Neutral once again mounting the pressure with the drop down into the center. This time defended well, kept away from the danger zone. Raised ball though up high. Drufinho gonna send this one, a seeking pass down to the other side, but cut out in the midfield by AJG. And True Neutral are pinning them back now as PDHM having a hard time. The demo on AJG to slow down the attack, but Raised ball comes barreling through, just misses out on the shot. That could have been 4-0. True Neutral well in control at the moment.
You say well and truly in control. They are not giving any space to PDHM. They feel so comfortable right now. Shad trying to get a pass into the midfield. It doesn't work out for once, and still you don't see any overcommits right now from True Neutral. They're so patiently waiting. They're in control of everything. This ball straight down, and it doesn't work out, and it doesn't matter. 3-0 is more than enough. 1 minute left, and I think this game is out of reach already for PDHM. It was probably after the third goal already.
I mean, I think you might be right. 3-goal deficit with less than a minute to go. And unless those typical South American overcommits happen 3 times in a row on the side of True Neutral, which seems very unlikely given the way they're playing, just sticking to the basics now. They got that 3-goal lead. Not really giving anything, but now perhaps AJG a bit awkward. Rufinho didn't get the best first touch. That was an opportunity for PDHM just to find one back, a little bit of consolation. Great little pass by Drufinho, just a little dink over to his teammate. The drop down, it's fantastic play for PDHM. Great idea, the execution just a little bit off. They won't find the goal. Sadness with a little shot, but that's weak, and Shad just going to catch that in front of his net, cool as a cucumber. Looking for that musty from the wall, pops it over Sadness. And while this one, time trickling down, and the game sort of petering out here as True Neutral, the obvious winners here in game 2, as they tie up the series.
Really, really comfortable. True Neutral just, they feel like the True Neutral you expect to see. Maybe game 1 was a little bit of a warmer for them, but this is what you expect out of this roster. Solid defense, solid offense, and just non-stop pressure. I don't think I've seen them out of the enemy half for more than 30 seconds at a time. It's just non-stop pressure.
Indeed, you look at that field domination, only 42% of the time was spent outside of the PDHM side. Now, you could have a more dominating performance, but if you look at the time where the ball did go into the True Neutral half, it was very easy for True Neutral to control, take back control possession, slow the game down, find each other again. And I think they slowed things down just a little bit, True Neutral, just to get a bit more control this time, because it seemed to be lacking in game 1. They found the control here in game 2, and well, they take the win. It's very comfortable, calculated performance from them.
Well, seeing as there is a tiny bit of a problem, I'm gonna ask you this, Aiden. Do you expect PDHM to come back after such a loss?
I don't think you can count it out. True Neutral, they're the favourites for a reason, and they're clearly the stronger side there in game 2. PDHM, they've got less expectation on their shoulders. There's less pressure for them to work with. They know that they're the underdogs here, and when you know that, you kind of have nothing to lose, so they can just go into this, try something different. But as I say that, Raiseball does not waste any time in putting True Neutral 1 goal up. They get an early go-ahead. Great little drop down by AJG. And True Neutral putting their foot down on game 3.
It's a straight line for the corner of the goal, and what a precision coming out. That's what you want to see, but not this type of stuff. That's not what you want to see. Sadness gets the goal for PDHM, what they really needed, but the kickoff strat does not work out this time around for True Neutral.
Well, this is high up on my list of things I do not love to see, and it's a kickoff goal. It's so painful, and to be honest, even when I score them myself, I'm not too happy. It's like, yeah, we'll take those. Like, is this how we want to go about these things and rely on those kickoff goals? Well, PDHM, they're going to be glad they got a freebie because it was an early deficit. And now it's all level again. And True Neutral's early work undone. Sadness now following it up. It's a great shot! Oh, that one's flying in! And True Neutral caught too high up, and PDHM, that kickoff goal has spurred them on into this play. Sadness up so quick onto that. Fantastic placement. And right over the heads of True Neutral.
Would you look at that Sadness? Gets the redirect, straight for goal, and it's too fast for anyone to catch up to. Can he do it again? This time it's off target, but it's still in the danger zone for True Neutral, who finally get a big booming clear and a redirect all the way onto the orange side. And it was almost another kickoff goal, really, coming back for True Neutral.
Yeah, well, True Neutral held the goal down, and what we saw from PDHM in game 1 was that when they do have a lead, they're very good at sitting deep, digging themselves a little trench in front of the net, and keeping their opponent out. And, well, now they have a lead again. We know that they can hold on to it, and they can play on the counter and punish the high-pressure system from True Neutral. But with 3.5 minutes to go, True Neutral going to be trying to find ways to unlock that defense. But at the moment, they're being asked a few questions of their own defending. AJG forced into the save and can't get it past Rufinho. And Leo is going to put the pressure back on. Raiseball wants to control it. It's a heavy touch. It gets punished. And it's at the moment, PDHM is still able to keep their pressure on. They're in the opponent half. True Neutral needing a double commit just to get the ball away. Perhaps they can find some space at the back that's trickling down, but Sadness is there. They keep it away. Good stuff here from PDHM. Oh, but that double tap, just as I was saying PDHM do as well, Shad says that he has something else on his mind with this double. Very quick into it, beats everyone, and, well, True Neutral straight back into the game.
You said True Neutral had some questions to answer after that second goal. Well, I think they answered it with that. A great double touch coming out from Shad, but once again the kickoff looks dangerous. Flip reset coming out from Leo. Gets a 50, but can't get it past the defenders. And now it's right on back into the orange side. Can Raiseball pull a flip reset himself? No, he's going for the double, and it gets cleared all the way back into the blue side.
Well, now PDHM, they hand that lead, giving it away. True Neutral now on the attack, one-on-one with Sadness. Shad plays to the bad ball, and it's the right idea because Raiseball is lurking there in the danger zone to take the lead, and it's as simple as that. You don't need to shoot. It's a 2v1. The comms were good. Raiseball was there. He let him know, and Shad plays it back to his teammate. And what a way to take the lead. It's simple stuff. Those 2v1s, it's not always easy to play them right, but they did it perfectly.
I feel a bit sad for Sadness because he was left all alone in such an awkward position. He couldn't do anything else anymore. The ball was headed for the goal, and he just was a visitor. He was just sitting there waiting for it to happen.
He was absolutely isolated by his teammates, feeling a little lonely. PDHM, they had control of the game through a bit of fortune from the kickoffs. Now True Neutral showing still the quality they have, not rattled by those 2 goals that PDHM got shortly after kickoff. Sadness, though, trying to create a bit of pressure, but it's a very heavy touch, and what we're seeing from PDHM is they're just not keeping the ball. The demo at the back on Leo leaves them open, and they're creating a bit of chaos now. True Neutral, as they find a 4th. to take a 2-goal lead over PDHM.
I was talking about the demos. I said it, how much more they're getting that into their playstyle, and it just opens up the entire backline once again. The demos are coming out, and that's when you should be afraid as PDHM. You should be afraid now, because if True Neutral is gonna non-stop get those demos on target, and on the persons they need to be having them on, it's gonna be dangerous. A part of Leo does it all alone. What did he do there?
I'm not even sure how he's managed to force this one through. 2 people on there, Shad and AJG, and it looks like they both tried to go for it. It's pinballed its way through. And a little bit of fortune there for PDHM again. And they find themselves within 1 of True Neutral here in Game 3. It's been a weird one, a real back and forth, and opportunities and goals flying in left, right, and centre. And this is what the South American region is all about. It's about the goals and the offense, not a lot of defense.
Well, the goals are what you are watching for, and they might not always be the flashiest, but a goal like that is something that anyone will take in this type of situation. But they still need 1 more. It's 1 minute left, and you still need 1 more against the True Neutral that still is looking strong. They're still sticking on the offense as much as possible.
One thing I respect from True Neutral is the low boost plays. They stick with the ball, they stick with possession. They just try to force the opponents to do things, but they don't want to. They're just staying a bit close to the play, not giving space for free, which we do sometimes see. A bit of too much time gifted to opponents. Sadness there, not able to get the touch in the midfield. Shad now on the attack, and Raisball again trying to force it through. Sadness with a bit of control, trying to get it past AJG. Will manage to do so. Drufinho's there to tap it on to the backboard, and this whip from Shad could be costly as Leo plays in the backboard. Sadness is there, but blocked away. 15 seconds to go. PDHM chasing the lead. They've got it to the backboard again. Shad looking a little awkward, but will manage to get it away from the danger. Back into the middle. Leo is there, but it falls instead for Raisball. Drufinho perhaps with a last chance here. Sadness was with him. Shad has done the work he needed to do. They kept it away, and True Neutral are up onto match point.
Well, it's PDHM almost came back there near the end, but True Neutral were bumping the last man, and he just got blown away. There was nothing he could do anymore with 0 seconds. And the ball just dropped down, and it's another win for True Neutral, but it is not the confidence we saw in Game 2. It really isn't.
No, I think it's been a bit sloppy from both teams here in Game 3. You know, PDHM, they had the lead, and I mean, they conceded in a way in which they left themselves a little bit open. They got a bit caught out at times, and, you know, leaving 1 man back, and especially when True Neutral coming forward with a bit of an aggressive physical play style, you can't afford to do that. PDHM do then find a way back in and keep it very close, and that was also True Neutral's sort of own undoing, where they sort of left themselves a bit exposed at the back. And an interesting game to send us into Game 4 with True Neutral on match point. But you're wondering, it was hard to see who was clearly the better team. Of course, we can see True Neutral got a bit of quality on paper, and you can see individually quite good, but they're being asked questions from PDHM, and well, it's not done yet.
It really isn't. PDHM has impressed me so far. Compared to their game against Aero, where I found themselves a little bit too patient sometimes, a little bit sloppy on some of the shots. This time around, they have made use of any chance they are getting. It's just that True Neutral is not a team that gives you a lot of chances to capitalize on.
Well, PDHM have been clinical. They have been hitting the target when they have had those opportunities. While they've been far and few between, they've made them count. Now over to Leo, into the dunk, and they will make it 1-0. Shad thinks he's got this one. He says no problem, but the follow-through from Leo has punished him. It's a nasty, nasty dunk, and that's a 1-goal lead, which PDHM take early on, and the last time they did that was in Game 1. Did take that game.
But with the lead on PDHM side, you might be looking into a Game 5, which should be interesting. Coming from the PDHM side, they are capitalizing once again on a small mistake. Shad not jumping for the 50, and Leo takes it gladly. No problem at all, and they're looking for that second goal now to just get that lead secured pretty much early on. make sure that True Neutral has almost no chance of getting back into the game.
What a 50 that was by Sadness there in the midfield, just to keep it close, keep possession, don't make it too easy for True Neutral. Raise ball though into the shot, and well, it was a decent save by Sadness, managing to read Raise Ball's trickery here with the Musty, but he's not managed to clear the danger. Leo very awkwardly in the middle of net, and again the defending has broken down, and True Neutral found a way back in. It's 1-1.
It's just a bit of free food waiting in front of a lion that hasn't opened at the shootout, and you know what's gonna happen at that point. They're gonna take that opportunity and score it straight into the net, and True Neutral once again showing that they're not gonna be taken lightly. They're just gonna be non-stop putting that pressure on once again. Now they just need to get it consistently, because right now PDHM is the one in control, getting another shot close to the target, but just too far away to get any danger out.
What I've been noticing in this game here, early signs of that. True Neutral, when they make the ball do the work, when they pass it around, they get a lot of space and they undo that defense. As PDHM seem to prefer the straight-on challenges, but they've been caught out too high up, and well, it's been plaguing the teams today, getting caught out just like this. And Shad, it's not going to get any easier for him. He wouldn't miss those.
That's just a freebie. He will take those. That's just free stats for someone like him. He doesn't even get the shot on his scoreboard. Nah, just the goal. That's all he needed, because it was just wide on open. The PDHM now has to fight back once again, and True Neutral looking to absolutely take this game away, finish this off, and get on to the next one.
Well, questions will be asked if this is True Neutral's best ability. I would say it probably isn't. But they are still leading the series. They're leading the game on match point. PDHM have been doing bits, but they've been getting caught out a bit easily from time to time. True Neutral have not taken the lead in a fancy way, but they've taken the lead, and that's all that matters. Into the 50 now. AJG punishes, and Shad pops up in the middle. The fox in the box. And now it's a 2-goal lead for True Neutral in game 4. Drufinho has made a big mistake there, and with the control, the touch was not good, and it has been punished.
Shad is looking for the Winter RLCS X winner title, but he's gotten a title from me. It's the open goal scorer, because that man has gotten so many open goals now, and he has shot them all on target. It's insane at this point. Again, 2 in this game alone, and what a shot from Leo! Can you believe it? Out of nowhere.
I mean, we'll talk about the double commit later, because Leo has done major bits there. He's really rise to the occasions. Great awareness from him, and he's made it look easy. Just to drop that one backwards into the net. And PDHM still fighting for this one. You think it's a 2-goal lead for True Neutral? PDHM will drop their heads, but no. Leo puts them right back in, and we still have ourselves a game.
Well, with those types of shots, yes, you have a game, and from my end, I hope they can get another one like those, because those are the actual really good ones. You don't expect it at all, and it is so dangerous when it does happen. But now True Neutral trying to get that second goal lead once again. They lost it real quickly, but they are staying on offense once again, and they are looking still comfortable as ever.
True Neutral trying to find that comfort, and every single time you think they've gotten comfortable, PDHM still keep asking the questions. PDHM not having a lot of chances. They've made them count, got the 2 goals. Now a bit of space in the midfield. Drufinho on the end of that demo, raise ball, just trying to cut that attack short. He has done well to do so, because now AJG on the back of this one, putting it to the backboard. It's awkward for Drufinho, not the touch he wanted. The Sadness forced into using a lot of boost to rise up to that one, and it's not what they want when they're stuck in their own half. Now everyone low boost. Sadness will pick up that one though. Shad gonna clear it into the path of Sadness. Drufinho in the middle, gets it through AJG. Sadness is lurking. Drufinho with another one, gets the double. Rainbow somehow keeps it out, and that was the time to equalise for PDHM. A good opportunity, making something out of nothing, but they still trail by 1 with just 30 seconds to go. As Sadness with the drop down, and it's almost a perfect replication of the one he scored in game 3. fantastic touch. AJG on the line. It's not good defending from him. He's not read it well. Shad's gone too early, and we're all tied up.
Well, not good defending, but what a shot from Sadness. The redirect, reading the bounce off the ceiling. That's incredibly tough, and he has done it. Can he go again? Can he do it again? Double touch goes off the post and out now. They almost took this away with just 15 seconds left. They almost got that 4th goal, but now they have to defend once again because True Neutral wants to finish this off as well.
Oh, I don't know what PDHM were thinking there for a second. 2 players rotating out to the same position. No one turning back. Like they had ball cam off for a good 10 seconds. And while it almost cost them, we will get the overtime, though. The 2nd of the series. PDHM managing to keep this one close. They're not done. They need to hold on. They've been winning the overtimes. They took their overtime in Game 5 against Error. Now they need to shine if they want to take it to Game 5 here against True Neutral. And these last moments will matter so much here in overtime.
It's True Neutral that's starting on the offense. This is a dangerous bounce down, but it gets cleared by Sadness. And it seems that they got away luckily there, because that was an incredibly dangerous bounce, just like this one on the backboard. Racewell takes it high. Can he go for the double? He's looking for it. He drops it down, and it's True Neutral taking this series.
This is unbelievable. PDHM, ever since they equalized, they just look so panicky. Right before the overtime, the misplays, and now here again a misplay. 2 people jumping awkwardly. No one gets a touch. Racewell finds a little hole, a little gap between them, sends it to the backboard, and well, he's still got a lot of work to do, but he's done it well. And True Neutral in the end, the deserving winners. But questions will be asked if PDHM on another day could have taken this series. They did look good at times.
They did indeed. They looked very good at times. And when they were passing and when they were looking for each other, they got some insane plays coming out. And they were incredibly strong on the kickoffs. It's just that you're playing against the strongest team in the region right now. And you need to bring a lot more to the table to fully finish them off.